Very early on in this game, first quarter, no score, and this offense hoping to change that right here and get some points on the board. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first point. The situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to... And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This offense muster a late second quarter drive to break our tie. Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. And they're going to speed things up here. Garoppolo now, finding time. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Brown, the lone receiver left.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Screen play, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And able to find John Brown. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. John. Have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign? Supreme once more on third down. Let's find out.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out.
Tight right. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back now here on EA Sports. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They give him 14 yards. This defense in need of a big stop in a tight game in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get that stop they need. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll make it fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good. And this score. Touchdown and an extra point would tie this game late. What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And, partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line, that room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
Well, it was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield, really spilling a lot of runs before they got started. So I thought your observation was spot on then, and you're right there again this week. Same thing is happening, not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's got time. And that's gonna be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the... It's time for this big O-line and the playmakers to take control of this game as we get down toward the end. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Pass interference, defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Garoppolo to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Clean up.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Well, time not on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Now Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
That was a nicely executed block there, but sometimes it's not just the kick.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. On 2nd down, Hyde. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw is Wentz. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw is Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Now let's go.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. It's Floyd on the right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Wentz to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to sling. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Arizona,